Tomatoes, please. 55 fits. Hey! Hey! No! No, shit! No! Please, stop! Eat out!
On December 18, 2025, a shoplifting call at a Walmart in Ohio escalated into one of the most serious criminal acts recognized under American law. The attempted execution of a law enforcement officer. Alcohol contract. The central legal question is not whether force was justified. It is whether the procedural and tactical decisions made before the weapon appeared met the constitutional standard required under the Fourth Amendment. When the officer noticed Newman's hand inside his pocket and initiated a pat-down, that decision was legally sound. Under Terry v. Ohio, decided by the Supreme Court in 1968, an officer may conduct a limited weapons frisk during a lawful stop. A frisk is permitted when specific, articulable facts create reasonable suspicion that the subject is armed. Newman's evasive hand positioning, a shoplifting context, and an unknown justified that threshold.
Yeah, probably. Unless you guys did something crazy. You didn't do anything crazy, did you? You should be using a theft charge. You got anything on you I need to know about? Why's your hand in your pocket?
Not following.
I'm gonna pat you down real quick, alright?
I mean, it's attempted murder.
It is attempted murder. He would have got me. For sure. Let's go. Come on. This way, guys. Yeah, probably. Unless you guys did something crazy. You didn't do anything crazy, did you? You should be using a theft charge. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Here we go. In here, guys. Why don't you have to go in? Come on. Because that's the way it is. Have a seat. You got anything on you I need to know about? Why's your hand in your pocket?
It's not following.
I'm gonna pat you down real quick, alright?
That's cool.
Nothing on you was gonna poke me, stab me?
No. The dealio is just I just gave them out dealio.
Okay, go ahead and see. Nothing on you that I need to know about?
I do have this this shit ass phone. This bag and shit.
What's in there?
They only pay for the card. Yeah.
Go ahead and see for me. Anything else in there I should know about, my man?
Definitely.
Yeah, come on.
I have a valid prescription.
Doesn't need to work, please.
55.50.
Hey!
No!
The frisk was constitutionally authorized. However, the officer's own account introduced a critical admission. The pat-down was not completed before the encounter escalated. A bag of pills was found, yet the search was not finished. This procedural gap is where the analysis becomes instructive. Newman produced a loaded CD's semi-automatic handgun with a laser sight, pointed it at the officer's head, and pulled the trigger at point-blank range. The firearm failed to discharge because the magazine was not fully seated, causing a mechanical malfunction. Under Ohio Revised Section 903.11, this conduct is felonious assault on a peace officer. Under Section 2923.02, charged with the attempt statute, it constitutes attempted murder. The strikes that followed are judged under Graham versus Connor, decided by the Supreme Court in 1989. That standard requires courts to assess the reasonableness of force from the perspective of a reasonable officer on the scene at the moment of decision, not with the benefit of hindsight. It is an objective test, applied without emotion. The moment force was applied. At the moment force was applied, Newman, a just officer, attempted to fire from a weapon and a point-blank at point ranges. Under Graham, the physical response was reasonable, and his protest that he was beaten carries no legal weight. That's a plain. The officer drew his sidearm, but did not fire. The reason is tactically and legally significant. Officer Conrad had tackled Newman and was directly in the line of fire. There risked killing a fellow officer. The decision not to fire reflects the crossfire awareness standard from officer safety training and is consistent with Tennessee versus Garner, decided in 1985, which permits but does not require lethal force when the threshold is met.
No, shit! No! Shane, please stop!
Use your hands now.
Don't touch it.
Do not touch anything.
I'm not.
This clean.
Don't say that.
193, send me some units.
You don't have to beat me up like that.
Good? Yeah. Guns over there. Do you have one in the chamber? Yeah. I don't know if you have one in the chamber.
I'll go grab my camera and take pictures of all
I don't know if this is something they want BCI for, but I mean, there's no evidence really, but
I mean, it's attempted murder.
it is attempted. He would have. Oh, he would have got me for sure. For a simple. Well, he had a warrant that he tried to lie about. Yeah.
Do you have the laser on it? When he pulled it out?
Oh yeah.
Did it
Yeah.
shine anything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was the first thing I saw.
They're mags loaded.
But he racked it. He like pulled the trigger, went to rack it. Conrad like came over because I got up and I was like this. Conrad's on me, like get off of him. But then the kid gave up. I'm gonna have to call. He got struck a couple times, but I don't think he had his head covered.
Good. Sorry, what's happened?
He pointed right at my face and pulled the trigger
Where'd you got it?
under the seat.
Oh, wow. Who all was in here?
All of us. Well, 3 APME.
You're out, so we'll do the investigation. Where they at? Where the guys?
Out here.
All right. Chill out over there for that.
I asked for one.
195.
I don't know if they want DB.
Make us primary on this. What then?
You ended up tossing the gun?
No, he ended up dropping it because he went to rack it. As he racked it, Conrad tackled him and it fucking fell down.
That's Conrad?
Yeah.
It's not Fancy Friday.
I had an interview today.
You look very handsome.
They got cameras in here?
My body camera's on the guy too.
Can you get that footage off this computer?
Well, wait till ID comes. Then I'm under the check.
Well, there's the gun.
My student jacket and be already facing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Did you have any additional traffic to your radio like that?
Thank you. Yeah, sorry.
Just make sure nobody leaves. Sarge, I don't know if you want the DB out here for this. Get these two for theft. Have them in here. They're cooperative. He's being kind of weird, but he hands me that full of pills.
Okay.
So I do pat him down, but I didn't get his pouch that he had. So as I'm sitting there, he lies about his name. Finally tells me, and inquiry just told me he's got 881. So he's armed and dangerous. As soon as he does that, he pulls the gun out, puts it on my head, pulls the trigger, doesn't even go off. Conrad comes over here to tackle him. I draw. He ends up giving up. I couldn't take a shot because Conrad was on him, but gun's over there.
Okay. Leave.
I think they have the suspect.
Yeah, there's two suspects.
Okay, you guys. Okay, then you guys run them. Circuit. You got male or female?
Female to female.
Get running all her stuff. Let's get her formate going and get her out the county.
Her charge is going to be theft.
That's all. I was going to release him. That was the thing. Like, it was just going to be a summons.
Did she do anything during all this?
I mean, not the
Just the
gun part.
theft,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She has
So
two.
we can get her and cut her. Like, give her.
Do
You have bullets
you
in her
want?
pocket?
She has 2 bullets.
Make sure she's not under disability. If she is here with that
Do
too.
you want DB to interview her though?
You know what? Yeah.
ID's already coming.
We'll go to headquarters.
Just make sure that no one, you guys don't leave.
I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna go to the back. Conrad is taking a walk.
All right. All right.
You want me to stay here and hold the office?
Yeah, for right now.
Regarding the female suspect, Katerina Jeffrey, her cooperative demeanor does not resolve her legal exposure. Under Ohio Revised Code, Section 2923.03, a person is liable for complicity if they aid or abet an offense. Jeffrey participated in the underlying theft and possessed 2 loose bullets at the time of arrest. When a co-conspirator uses a weapon during a jointly undertaken crime, complicity can extend liability to those with foreknowledge of it. Newman also provided false identification during the detention. This does not trigger Fifth Amendment protections, since Miranda v. Arizona applies to custodial interrogation, not voluntary misrepresentation. Still, the false name is relevant to the obstruction and robbery charges, and reflects a deliberate strategy to conceal his identity, and an outstanding warrant from the officer who had detained him. It was a calculated choice. Was it?
You good?
I'm good. He did get struck a couple times with my fist.
That's fine. That's, I mean, the fact that that's there, and did you undo the mag, or did that just come out?
Came out when it fell.
Okay, so he probably didn't have it seated, hence the jam. And
All right, here, he's coming with you. So he can walk you through. I'm happy you're all right.
Face. Look at that. I'll put his reward.
He'll go to prison for 30 plus years. Hopefully they take it.
That's right. He tried to do it again. Look.
Thank God for Conrad.
No, I guess I'm putting him in for a reward. But
Citizen of the Year.
I was going to shoot him right here.
Yeah.
But Conrad was there.
Officer Conrad receives an A+. His intervention directly neutralized an active deadly force threat. He accepted personal risk to protect a fellow officer and disrupted the weapon before a second attempt could be made. Shane Newman receives an F. He committed theft, provided false identification, concealed a loaded firearm during a lawful detention, and placed that weapon against an officer's head with intent to kill. At charge. Every charge, attempted murder, felonious assault, robbery, aggravated possession of drugs, and weapons under disability, is substantiated by evidence and testimony. An officer is alive only because of a mechanical failure Newman did not anticipate. Katerina Jeffrey receives a D. Her conduct during the incident was nonviolent and cooperative. However, participation in the theft, presence during the armed confrontation, and possession of ammunition create substantial exposure. The department response receives a B+. Scene management was organized and sound, and the primary officer's candid self-assessment was preserved without suppression, suggesting a culture that values honest reporting. What keeps the grade from rising is one unresolved training question. Whether officers are prepared to complete a full weapons frisk before transitioning to evidence handling. That gap nearly cost an officer his life. The lesson from this incident is direct. A pat-down is not optional once initiated. Terry frisk authority requires completing the search before shifting attention elsewhere. An incomplete frisk transfers the initiative to the suspect. Here, the unsearched pouch concealed a loaded firearm. The officer turned to the bag of pills before finishing the body search, and that brief shift in focus is the window in which Newman drew the gun. Procedure, not luck, should close it. The second lesson is sobering. The officer survived only because the magazine was not fully seated and the weapon jammed. Officer safety cannot rest on a malfunction. A completed frisk removes the weapon before it can ever be used. A third lesson concerns the cooperative co-suspect. Calm, compliant behavior at the scene does not erase liability. Under Ohio's complicity statute, a participant who shares foreknowledge of armed conduct can face exposure with the principal. A final lesson is tactical. Officer Conrad's takedown ended the threat, but his body in the line of fire made a clear shot impossible for the primary officer. Coordinated positioning and precise crossfire awareness protect the entire team.